We are live here in Seattle.
Sorry, someone messed with my mics. I apologize.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't hear
Marie.
anything.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I accept
Welcome
full
to the show.
responsibilities.
Oh, I was talking and I couldn't hear anything yet.
I couldn't either.
You couldn't either?
I was really worried.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Well, welcome to the show, everyone. It is Thursday morning, and it is my grandbaby's first birthday today. I know. We're so excited for Camilla. She's a year old.
So
Oh,
proud.
I know. Yeah, we did a little FaceTime this morning, and she was dancing.
How's Mom doing?
Mom was a little emotional.
All right.
She said,
it's perfectly normal.
right? She goes, she's growing up so fast. I go, well, yeah, and you might have to have another one then.
Setting that little,
Yeah, she goes, yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah. She just
she
can't
wrote
believe
it off real quick.
she can't believe that she's a year old. That it just went by so quick, and it does go quick, doesn't it? How old are your babies now?
They'll be 8
Oh.
in January.
Yeah, they'll be in college before you know it. You
Yeah.
know.
Lisa too. She's got some wonderful.
She
kids.
does. Her littlest one is now in preschool.
Yay!
Yeah, super
Aw.
cute. Super cute. So, happy birthday to Camilla. We're going to be having a big celebration at Grandma's house on Saturday. I think her mommy and daddy invited about 50 guests. So, we're going to be doing face painting.
That's about right for the first one.
Right? Because it's for the adults, really.
Right.
So, we'll have alcohol, food, a face painter, and a balloon person,
We
right?
actually rented a conference.
Did you
for
really?
the first one for the boys. I mean, we had to when you got
'cause
twins.
it's too many
Yeah, it's
people.
twins. I mean, you know.
That's
extra
so
stuff, too.
cute. I love it. I love it. So we're taking calls today. Who do we have waiting for us?
Well, first of all, let's give out the number. 877-825-8828 is the number for the Marie Manuchehri Show. If you're just tuning in, we have lines open, and they are filling up quickly. If it keeps ringing, just keep trying. I mean, because we're full. Usually.
Yeah.
So we'll start things out off with Sherry. Sherry's calling in from Canada, from PEI, which I had to look up. It's Prince Edward Island, I
Oh,
believe. Yes.
lovely.
Am I right, Sherry?
Oh, hi.
Oh, yes.
Hi,
I
Sherry.
should be right.
How are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me? My connection's not great.
Oh,
Yeah.
we can hear you great.
I got you boosted.
Yeah.
Oh, thank the Lord.
So-
I'm calling just because I'm having, a lot of, hand and arm
Mhm.
pain, and I have
Mhm.
no idea why.
Right.
And it's been pretty long-standing.
Right.
And I do a lot of yoga, and I'm really hoping you don't say I need to stop.
No, well, how much is a lot?
5 days a week.
Yeah. So can you take it down to 3? Or is it the only way that you calm down?
It's what keeps my sanity.
Yeah. So I don't think it's caused from the yoga, but I think, overuse is what's affecting it. But this is really about your heart chakra. And I know you must know about your heart chakra because in yoga they teach somewhat about the chakra system, right?
Yeah.
So your heart chakra has a significant leak in it. And the heart chakra governs the hands and the arms all the way up until kind of the elbow area, but it can affect anything in the thoracic area. And so, partially what you are looking at might even be considered like thoracic outlet. Don't look it up, though. I don't want you to worry about it because your nerves are inflamed. To me, when I look at from your rib cage through your arms and your hands, I see inflammation of your nerves.
Okay.
At least that's how I'm interpreting it. Does that sound like it's something similar to what you're experiencing?
Definitely, yeah. It feels
Okay.
like I definitely feel inflamed, and it kind of goes up into my neck and my shoulders. So,
Yeah.
but I do so much stretching. I don't really know.
Well, you need to start working on your heart chakra. That means you need to become more vulnerable. And we know how tight you keep it. You know what I mean? You don't let a lot of people in. You don't let a lot of people help you, and you have to stop that. Because vulnerability means you let people help you.
I feel like I let people help me, though.
Really? Okay, so give me an example of that.
Well, like my parents-in-law, I would let them help me a lot, and I felt really guilty about it.
Uh-huh.
And my husband, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so could you work on not feeling guilty and actually just be in a space where you're going to allow yourself to feel delicious and wonderful about receiving help from them so that there's not that fight?
Yeah. I
Oh.
mean, I guess he kind of makes me feel guilty sometimes. And so that part of it is me feeling like I'm selfish
But
it's
you're
nice
not.
it's giving me time
You
to
know,
rest or
you're such a
whatever.
good person. You're very kind. You're very generous yourself. So this isn't about that. And then just little things, letting more friends in, letting yourself be vulnerable in your relationships, where you really tell people how you're really feeling. Not just in-laws and your parents, but like your close friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want you to be more vulnerable. And then the other thing that I want you to do, but you're already doing it, you weren't until just about 30 seconds ago, is I want you to start absorbing subatomic particles into the back of your heart chakra. So right in between your shoulder blades, all the way down to like the bra line
Yeah.
is the back of your heart chakra. And I want you to start visualizing energy moving into your back. And stop being so competitive in yoga. Yoga's about relaxation. Because you're competitive. All of a sudden, I just got this impression of you. You know, you're competitive in yoga. Stop it.
I'm trying to stop that.
Yeah, because remember, it's a spiritual practice.
Yes.
So competition is actually not a part of spirituality,
Right.
right? So just keep that in mind. So I think you're going to be fine if you do these things. I think you're going to notice a significant change. And I would also decrease the nightshades that you might eat. So tomatoes, eggplant. What else is a nightshade? Peppers, because they're pretty full of lectins, and so they can be very inflammatory. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. Have a lovely day.
Yeah, thanks, Sherry, for joining us from Prince Edward Island up in Canada. 877-825-8828 is the number. We'll take Larissa now calling in from Kenmore. Hello, Larissa. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for taking my call. And Marie, I really enjoy your insight. It's made a huge impact on my life. And I like Benny, too. I think he's been great, a real addition to the
He is.
you.
I
show. And
agree.
I've been following the Abraham group since
Aw.
1996.
Good.
Yeah, I love Abraham. I mean, really, I credit Abraham and the teachings of, you know, the Hicks people for even me helping my career to even open up and be available to me. So, yeah, wonderful. And thank you. We appreciate you listening to the show and all of your support.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask, first off, how many guides I have.
Well, you have quite a bit right now. So you have 12 as your normal kind of guide group, which is a significant. It's also a double digit. It goes down to 3. So you're a very good nurturer, but people who have a 3 need to learn to nurture themselves. And then right now, you have multiple archways. Do you know what that means, the archways?
I've heard you talk about it.
So an archway looks like it's about 80 feet high and 50 feet wide, and it looks like half of the McDonald's Golden Arch. And the archways begin if they open up for individuals. They're about 5 feet behind you. And in the archway, there'll be an additional 50 guides. So right now, I can see 3 open arches, and you're going to have a 4th one probably after the new year. So something significant has happened in your life in the last 4 to 5 months. And I don't know what it is, actually, but it could be something that's forcing you to change your life in some way. And so these archways have appeared to be of service for you to help you in that transition. What happened, or has anything happened in the last 4 or 5 months?
Well, the only thing I can think of is a man that I met in the gym. I work out in the gym every day, and I podcast from your archives. And I don't know, he's got a lot of things he's working on, had a terrible marriage, litigation related to his mother who passed away. So I wondered what you see about that.
Are you dating him?
No.
Yeah. So I would kind of back away from that, actually. That doesn't sound like it's good up your alley. I don't think that's an excellent decision for you right now. So what else has changed? Like, did you retire? Did you quit something? Did you move?
No, I can't really think of. I retired several years ago, years back. I can't think of anything else.
So if you retired several years ago, were you still, though, actively busy or working in some regard? And then did you recently really, really relax?
Well, I kind of slowed down. I was laid off, which was a good thing years ago, and then they asked me to come back on a contract basis.
And are you still doing that?
So I did, and then I just wound down and decided that was the end.
And how long ago was that?
Maybe 5 years ago.
Huh. 5 years ago that you wound down, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
4 or 5 years ago.
So,
5 years ago.
So I want you, since we're not picking up on anything that actually is, physically happening in your life, I want you to look at your emotional body, or has your perception changed about something? Because people don't get archways unless something has occurred, which could be a move or a birth of a child or a loss of a loved one, or a perception has shifted. Like, even though you're interested in this guy, which is, I think is lovely that you have interest, are you curious about dating, or have you allowed yourself to be in the dating world? I mean,
well, I'm 71.
So what? Who cares?
Age is a number. It's only a number.
Yeah, I know. But, I definitely would be interested. Yeah.
Is that kind of new for you? Like something you've been?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that would be new.
So that's what the archways are for. Yay. We figured it out. This is lovely. And remember, the American Medical Association says that women who are 55, like if before 55 they were never diagnosed with cancer, diabetes, or cardiac disease, their life expectancy is 105. So you got a long ways to go.
I'm fine with my age. I feel a lot younger than the number.
Good.
Is.
So I think you should, take dating more seriously, even if you decide to go out with this guy, which would, it could be a way that you get your feet wet, right? But I want you to start being involved in dating. Start telling people you would love to date again, and they'll start sending friends to you. I want you to get active in this.
Okay.
Those archways are there to help you.
And then I wanted to ask you, what is going on with the drowsiness that I've had for a long, long time, where I'm just kind of sleepwalking through the day?
Do you take anything for your adrenal glands?
I have in the past. I've worked with another medical intuitive, and she's given me standard process pituitrophin.
There's another brand that I love. Standard Process, of course, they're an excellent brand, but I would love for you to take a really good adrenal formula. So if you write into our website, Lisa can send you a link to a product on Amazon that we really like that could really help you not be so sleepy. Yeah, and I think you're going to need adrenal support for the rest of your life.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had problems with it in the past. It doesn't show up on lab tests, but I know they're really broad-based.
They are very broad-based, yeah. And it's just herbs. It's just herbs to help you to stay energized. And in modern medicine, in order for someone to have an acute problem with the adrenals, they have to be extremely sick. So it's more naturopathic medicine that will pick up problems with the adrenals.
Okay, the one last thing is nobody has been
I'm
able
so
to...
sorry. We won't be able to answer 3 questions. I'm so sorry because our phone lines are full. So maybe you can call back a different time and ask that 3rd question?
Oh, I will.
Okay. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.
Yeah, thanks. Sorry about that. We just do have a lot of people.
Yeah.
Share the love. Share the love. We'll take one more before our first break of the hour. We'll take Megan. Megan's calling you from Kent. Welcome to the show, Megan.
Hi.
Hi, Megan.
Marie.
Hi. How are you? What can I do for you?
I'm good. I have a relationship question.
Okay. I
go
can't
to
hear you
San
that
Diego.
well.
Oh, okay, I'm in my car.
Are you hiding? Are you at work? Did you get in your car?
She's hiding in her car.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah. Are you hiding from work?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So it's not lunch hour. Yeah, you went to go get a cup of coffee and you're now in the car so we can have this
The
secret
longest cup of coffee I've ever
right.
heard
We can
of.
have this secret conversation about relationships. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, ask a burning question.
All right, I love it.
I go to San Diego twice a year to take metaphysical classes.
Yeah.
I've been doing that for 4 or 5 years.
Congratulations. When are you going to graduate? And you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Because you're like afraid. It's like you take all these classes, you follow what you believe in, you do a lot of stuff that you believe in, but you won't let yourself graduate.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking it's time now, for real. This
Okay.
has been the most real I felt, or, final or ready to do this. So,
Okay,
yeah.
great. Congratulations. So have you made
Thank
business
you.
cards for yourself or anything like that?
I'm going to start the website, and that's all. Hopefully the next month or 2 to get on that. I'm thinking the new year, to get on it. So.
Okay, and websites are lovely, but business cards are actually better, especially when you're first starting out, because people don't, when someone gets to see your face and you're handing them a card, a card that you love, that when you designed it or you hired someone to design it, it just made you super happy and excited. And so get business cards and start handing them out to everyone. You're at the grocery store, give them a card. You're at the airport heading to San Diego again or wherever it was, give everyone a card, just everyone, so that people can start to feel you and what you offer. And then eventually they're going to go, oh, yeah, I got that card from that lady. I had that great feeling when I talked to her. Oh, I'm going to give her a call. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that your question? No. What was
No,
your-
to really part of that, yeah, during these classes, I met a guy, and I didn't notice him initially, but he, noticed me, and I could tell attraction from him to me, and I've decided, perhaps to pursue this. I've been
Why
out of
not?
dating for a long time.
Okay, get back in.
So-
It's fun. So this is a
Yes.
person that's in the class that you take.
Yes.
So you have a lot in common. You're like-minded. You're both devoted to spirituality and personal growth. So yeah, I think go for it. Go have some fun and stop worrying.
I hear fireworks.
Oh, Benny's
I
excited.
got fireworks. I hear them. Do you hear them? Do you hear them?
Yeah, we can
Okay,
hear them, Benny.
okay,
Yeah.
just making- Not
So-
those.
Yeah.
Actually, hear them.
Yeah,
I'm
I
rooting
know.
for her. In
I
this
know.
point.
He got really excited when you started talking. you
Yeah,
know?
I was like,
Yeah, he really did. So,
Okay.
but here's what I want you to do. Don't take things so seriously. Have fun. Because you
Yeah.
don't want to make a mistake in the dating world. You don't. You either want to find Mr. Perfect or nobody at all. But sometimes you don't know what you want or you need until you start dating people so that you can find out. So you just need to
Yeah.
get out there, get your feet wet, have some fun, enjoy this person, and it could very well be a great match. But you're not going to find out just being afraid you're going to make a mistake and sitting back, right?
Right. Yeah, we're about 4 states apart.
Who
so I thought,
cares? 2 of my children met people who weren't living in this. They weren't living in the same state. My youngest, Mina, and she's now married, and so is my middle daughter, Misha. Her husband was living in Washington, D.C., and Mina happened to be there for the summer working at the Library of Congress when they met. He eventually moved to Seattle, and he lives here now. And then Misha met her husband at a conference. He was going to school in Georgia, and she was going to school in Texas. So don't let that be a deciding factor. When you meet the right person, it doesn't matter. The geography doesn't matter. Things work out.
Okay.
And you need practice. So you finally found someone that you're kind of interested in. Let's just stop sitting on the sidelines and go have some fun.
Okay. Yeah, because
Okay.
I figured I'd have to reach out to him, though. 'cause
You
he's
have to
had
what?
plenty of
reach out.
I
to
would
him.
need to reach out to him just
So?
because he.
Go.
Do it.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
here.
Go
Do
for it.
Yeah.
You feel good about it, Marie?
Yeah. I think that's
Okay.
what we said.
Thanks.
Okay.
All right. Thanks,
Have a
guys.
great day.
You're welcome. I'm down. I'd be totally awesome. Like beside myself if I was pursued. I need to be more pursued.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, then.
Okay. All right. Who do we have next?
Well, let's run out to our first
Oh, we're going to
break.
go to break.
Got to do
okay.
it.
All right.
877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Marie Manuchehri. Join me January 25th and 26th in 2019 at East West Bookshop. Friday night during the 90-minute workshop, I'll be talking about the energy of, money, so that we can all learn that everything is made out of subatomic particles, including your relationship with money. And once you begin to solidify, enjoy, and participate in the vibrational frequency of currency, you will then create a bond that is fulfilling and delicious for you. And then on Saturday, join me as we spend an entire day on creating wealth, the art of creating wealth, where you learn to fall in love with the whole aspect of this relational experience with wealth in your wonderful life. I can't wait for you to join me and learn about love and money and wealth. For more information, you can go to energyintuitive.com or eastwestbookshop.com.
When someone hears the words, "You have cancer," it's one of the darkest moments in their life. Light the Night brings light to the darkness of cancer by uniting survivors, patients, and supporters in the cause to end cancer. Friends, families, and coworkers form a community of hope, raising funds in support of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Together, we walk with lanterns held high to light the path to cures. Last year alone, the FDA approved 18 new drug therapies and treatments to treat blood cancers. The impact of LLS-supported research goes beyond blood cancer. The discoveries made in blood cancer research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. When we walk, cancer runs. Join the movement to end cancer today. Visit us at lightthenight.org.
I'm Gary Mance.
I'm Suzanne Mitchell.
We're a couple of baby boomers who bring you a talk radio mix of metaphysics and music, politics, and pop culture.
And you never know which celebrity will join us for an interesting conversation.
Mance and Mitchell is Boomer HQ, Friday and Saturday mornings at 10 on 1150 AM KKNW.
Your home for alternative talk in Seattle and Western Washington.
Alternative Talk 1150. We're on your radio at 1150 AM. We're on your HD radio at 98.9 Channel 3.
So many ways to listen.
We're on the web at 1150kknw.com, streaming live audio and video as well as MP3 archives of many of our shows.
So many ways to listen.
And now, we're on your smartphone or tablet. Download our free app in the Apple App Store or Google Play and take Alternative Talk 1150 anywhere you go.
So many ways to listen.
Alternative Talk, 1150 on AM, 98.9 HD3 on HD, 1150kknw.com on the web.
Back to the Marie Manuchehri Show. We're live here in kind of foggy Seattle. It was really cold last night. I have to unhook my hoses today for sure.
Yeah, it's about the season. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's November.
It's really cold. Yeah, like I warmed up the car too much. I mean, Lisa and I were like sweating on the way because I turned on the car and got it all warmed up, and then we're like, okay, we're opening up windows.
It's like 80 degrees here.
Yeah, it was super
Start stripping
hot,
everything off
yeah.
that you just put on.
Okay, so what happened in Nevada? So I'm very happy for all the people who went out and
Oh,
voted.
man, what a
Thank you.
story.
Except for all the people who voted for the racist and somewhat almost felons who won. You know, like, I mean, I don't understand. I think we've got some major problems in our U.S. where people actually voted for racists who were actually racially charged and said racist, horrible things during their candidacy run, and they won.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then this guy in Nevada who's like a brothel owner, he's a big Trump supporter. He's dead, and he still won the election. So I'm like, what is going on with Nevada?
I think he died like, what, 3 weeks ago? Or
Dennis Hoff.
Yeah, And he died last month, and he
Right.
was had
On
a
the
seat-
ballot.
He was on the ballot,
Right.
and he won.
He won. He defeated the Democrat. I'm just like, what is going on
Lisa
with our
didn't even know about
country?
this. She's
I'm like,
throwing her hands up too. Yeah.
I'm like, what is going on? I mean, do we just have a lot of people who are just like very unconscious, unaware,
Yeah.
don't care, don't take it seriously? Because now we have a bunch of racist guys. I mean, they're clearly racist, clearly misogynist, who have beautiful seats in the Senate.
Right.
And they weren't kidding about what they said or what they believe. They said it publicly. They wrote about it. They're quoted. There's videos about them. And they're still now sitting in these cushy government jobs
Right.
where they're going to continue to make decisions that don't support the population of our country.
Right. So
Yeah.
per state law, I'm just reading really quickly
Yeah.
here. So they have to leave
In
the
Nevada?
Yeah, exactly. So they have to leave it occupied by the said Republican, and they will now have to appoint a new one.
Oh.
That's what it says. State law, country officials, they have to appoint
But
another
that
Republican
should,
to
that should
fill
be
a vacancy.
illegal because he was dead. So his name should not have even been on the ballot. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I
It's
don't know
like-
about the rule if like they can't if he is that if he when he passes away or said person does, do they remove it or does it have to be filled? You know what I mean? Like it's still.
Well, you know, here's the weird
I know,
thing.
I know. I don't understand.
I think
either,
we have
but-
to make a lot of laws because we've got a lot
Sure.
of stupid people in our country. I
Yeah.
mean, they're dumb. They're really, really dumb people. So we have to make rules. Okay, because we have two people who ran for the Senate and won their seats who are actually about to be charged with felony charges. They're probably going to be in prison. And so does that mean that they talk to their constituents, you know, behind the glass wall and a phone? And I mean, I don't really understand. Are they still going to get a paycheck? So we need to make some rules. If you were, you know, now being pursued by the federal government and there's going to be charges upon you, you cannot run for a race. If you're dead, even if you win, it shouldn't count. It's like we have to make all these rules because all these crazy people have come out of nowhere who have no respect, and I'm just shocked we don't have these rules.
It's wild.
It's so wild.
The
Oh my
Wild West,
gosh.
they live down there.
Yeah,
so to
it's pretty
speak.
wild. Yeah. Okay. Who do we have next
Bunny
on the
ranch,
phone?
cat houses, whatever you want to call them. It's just ridiculous down there. All right.
Well, hopefully they're having fun. That's all I can say.
Sure they
yeah.
are. Of course they are, Marie. That's
All right.
where they're at.
Okay.
Okay. Let's slide over to New York, and Chris is joining us. Hi, Chris. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hi, thank you so much.
Hi, Chris.
there,
How are
thank
you?
you.
You're
I'm
welcome.
so-so.
I haven't even said anything yet, and you're already thanking me. That's very sweet.
Oh,
So
well, thank you.
you're welcome. So I'm sorry that things aren't fun right now.
Yeah.
So what can I
That's
do
what's
for
going
you?
on. Well, I woke up yesterday with horrible hip pain, and I actually think it's a virus because I was just at my friend's house and they had fifth disease or parvo or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You
So
know,
I don't know, but I just feel like the other person said that 2 people before that she feels younger. I feel older than my age number, and I don't know what's going on.
mm-hmm. You know, you do worry about your health, right?
I do.
Yeah. You have to stop because you're just attracting things to you. You worry about it, and you're a healthy person, at least from what I can see. So I think you need to stop worrying about your health. It's kind of your go-to thing. Well, I'm going to go worry about that. And then I'm going to go worry about that part. Oh, and then no wonder you're feeling older than your chronological age. You know, one of the things, I love what if questions, right? Right. If you've listened to my show, you know I love what if questions. And how about this one? What if I feel gorgeous and healthy inside and out? I want you to start saying that to yourself. What if I feel gorgeous and healthy inside and out? That's the only what if question you have to say for now. Don't say anything about, what if my hips feel better? No, just be general. What if I feel gorgeous and healthy inside and out? Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I think what you have, the reason why whatever it was kind of settled in your hips is because you have some grief you haven't let go of. But I think if you can get your vibration elevated with some positive thinking about your body, then the grief is just going to float out.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day in New York.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Chris. And 877-825-8828 is the number for the Marie Manuchehri Show. I do have a little stat if you want to hear real fast.
Sure.
Okay. So we broke some records in this last
I know.
Did you read this?
No, but
Okay,
I know what you're going to say.
Early voter turnout, non-presidential election, we crushed it.
Excellent.
Okay. The number of candidates running, crushed it.
Right.
The number of female candidates running, crushed it.
And one.
Yes. Oh, I'm getting to that. That's
Okay.
down there. Number of female candidates elected, number of LGBT candidates running, and also, we have first openly LGBT governor.
I know. In
Okay.
Is that Colorado? Where is he?
We'll check on that one.
Okay, sorry.
I only have the other. God,
Sorry
you're
about
calling me
that.
out like
I
that.
know. I'm
You're
so
it's
sorry.
close though. Right.
Yeah.
Number of women of color running.
I
Youngest
know.
women ever.
Yes.
Woman, not women. I mean, it could be. Ever elected into Congress. The list goes on, people.
I think you're
Way
right.
to go.
I mean, obviously the House got shooken up, and clearly our current president was very upset about it because he's just like on this anger, mode of communication, which is more disturbing than it was prior to the election. But good things happened. I agree. I was just disappointed that people would actually vote for someone who literally said blatant racist things. I'm just still kind of shocked about it and embarrassed for my country. It's like, I don't even want to travel, which I will, of course, but I don't want to travel because, people are reading the news about our country and they're seeing how crazy people are over here and terrible.
Vermont governor, by the way, a transgender candidate. It's
Aw.
Christine Hallquist.
Aw.
Hallquist.
Oh,
So yeah, congratulations to them.
Colorado, but I could be wrong, of the state, had its first openly gay governor elected. So that's kind of cool.
Cool. Let's do this. Is it Kaylin, I believe? Kaylin from Seattle, is that right?
Yes, that is right.
Oh,
Hi.
thanks.
Hi,
You're welcome.
Kaylin. How are you?
Hi.
Good.
So my father's Alzheimer's condition is not getting better, obviously. So
Right.
I've been thinking a lot about marriage, and I've been in like a deep connection
with this person, but away from this person. But I have all these like intuition and signs that I should continue to have faith that this might be my husband, because I've been thinking about marriage. And I just wanted to see what you pick up on that.
So you have a relationship with this person?
He's the father of my child, yes.
Okay, but do you guys live together?
No, we're
separated.
For about 3 months, he was just, my daughter's 6 months old, and he was involved for 3 months, and the last 3 months he has been absent.
So why do you want to marry him? Why do you want to marry him? I don't understand. This is clear.
I don't know. I just feel
no. Stop feeling that way, by the way. Stop yourself, because here's what's happening. Energetically, you are sending out your energy to him. And then you're connecting to him, and then you're feeling a response because you're highly empathetic, and empathetic people easily project what they want or even what they don't want, actually, because a lot of empathetic people don't know how to feel their own emotions. Absolutely not.
Okay.
A devoted, wonderful man would not leave your side while you have an infant.
Okay.
Do you agree with what I'm saying?
Well, here's a little weird thing is I had a reading with a lady right when I found out I was pregnant because I wasn't sure about how I felt.
Yeah.
And she gave me so much comfort that he's going to be like a great father.
But he's not.
He's going to end up being my husband. And so I think I've been obsessing over the reading too because of that.
Would you consider his behavior right now as him being a good father?
No.
Or great?
No.
Okay, so no. So what I'm saying, unless this man comes back and profusely apologizes and takes responsibility and tells you why he's changed, don't put any energy in that relationship. And this is what empathetic people do, because empathetic people can see the good in others. And so then they focus on the good and they make it all beautiful and fluffy, because everyone does have potential and wonderful things inside of them. But you want to, at the very least, marry someone who is embodying that. And I don't know a person who would leave their infant child. I just don't know people who I think that would be devoted and dedicated parents who would leave their infant child regardless of the reason, unless they have to go to war or something of that nature where it's out of their control. But this guy didn't have to leave. He chose to leave, and he chose to leave you.
Yeah.
So, no.
Okay.
Unless those things that I just said happen.
And if they do happen, what do I just follow how I feel? Because you said I'm really empathetic, or how should I go about it if that does happen?
No, that's a really great question. I don't think it's going to happen, number one. But number two, I want you to start resting in your abdominal area and asking yourself often, what am I feeling? So you can become aware of the difference between what your mind is thinking and what you're really, really, really feeling. Because your intuition already knows. I'm in your second chakra, and it's going like this to this guy. It's like I can see your tongue sticking out, and you're
really,
But see, you're in your head and your heart chakra, which is where your real feelings are not. People don't understand that our real feelings are actually in our aura, which is disconnected from the physical body. But the best way to connect to our authentic emotions is to rest in the pelvis, because the second chakra and the second layer of the auric field have a divine and magical relationship. So if you start resting in your abdomen and ask yourself, what am I feeling? I think you're so pissed off at him. I think you're very hurt. You're very disappointed. But you're like, in your mind, you're sending him all this positive energy and like, oh, we might get married someday. No, don't marry him, please, unless those things happen that I suggested. Don't even consider it. But I don't even think he's going to come back, not for a long time.
God.
Well, do you have a conversation with him? Does he tell you he's coming back?
No.
So I don't know where so notice the difference. Reality versus what your mind is telling you are not aligned.
Okay.
All right.
Can I ask one more thing? I'm sorry, because it kind of tied into the whole fathers and all
super
kind of
quickly,
things.
if you don't mind.
So do you see my father being alive when I do get married?
Probably not. But, souls have free will and they can do whatever you want. But your father, to me, looks like he's moving pretty rapidly through his disease process. So, and Alzheimer's is a terminal disease.
Right.
But I promise you this, if for some reason he's not in a body, because even if he's in a body, if his health is really deteriorated, he may not be able to attend the service anyway. We don't know what his health will be like. But I promise you, if he's not in his physical form, he will be at your wedding. Absolutely,
Okay.
1,000%.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm sorry I had to tell you both not happy news. I'm very sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and congratulations on your beautiful baby. Wonderful. I
very
know,
much so.
So exciting.
I know, right? Isn't
Love
it?
babies. Yeah.
877-825-8828 is the number for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We actually have a couple open lines, so get in now. 877-825-8828, and we'll be right back with more from Marie.
Our son will always have a place at our table.
Even though the holidays will never be the same, my sister will always have a place in our family.
Even though life goes on, my mom will always have a place in my heart.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique. But you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
The Marie Manuchehri Show is streamed live over the internet. So if you have friends or family members living outside of the Seattle area, wanting answers to life's questions, encourage them to listen to the show and to call into the show to talk with Marie. If you are interested in receiving guidance on an issue in your life, call Marie locally at 425-373-5527 or toll free at 1-877-825-8828 for her insight into your situation.
Hi, this is Marie Manuchehri. Join me January 25th and 26th in 2019 at East West Bookshop. Friday night during the 90-minute workshop, I'll be talking about the energy of, money, so that we can all learn that everything is made out of subatomic particles, including your relationship with money. And once you begin to solidify, enjoy, and participate in the vibrational frequency of currency, you will then create a bond that is fulfilling and delicious for you. And then on Saturday, join me as we spend an entire day on creating wealth, the art of creating wealth, where you learn to fall in love with the whole aspect of this relational experience with wealth and your wonderful life. I can't wait for you to join me and learn about love and money and wealth. For more information, you can go to energyintuitive.com or eastwestbookshop.com.
Alternative Talk 1150, the talk of the South.
I love that. Who is that?
Shawn Mendes, Lost in Japan. It's actually a remix.
Really? I love it.
So find it.
I love it. It's great. Thanks
See,
for the
long
music.
distance relationships work, people. Okay? FaceTime, make it happen.
Yeah,
Even if you're in Japan.
it can happen. And you know, we have major things occurring. Jupiter just went into Sagittarius, I believe it is, today. I think it's today anyway.
So what does that mean?
It's actually good because it's its home place, and so it's very, very expansive.
Good.
So yeah, it's very exciting.
Expansion is always good.
It's very good. That means wherever you put your energy, you're going to be able to expand it. So definitely want to let that happen in a good, positive way.
So Santa will be good for me.
Ooh,
All right. Yeah.
I love it.
Santa's
I love it.
looking out. All right. Amy from Louisiana, welcome to the show. Amy, how are you?
Hi. Hello, Marie and Benny.
Hi, how are you?
Doing good.
Great.
I am calling because in my company, they got a couple job positionings opening, and it's in a city that's 90 miles away.
Uh-huh.
And I applied for a manager position, but then there's also another position underneath that. And I know it's a good time to grow, but the way I work, I'm just wondering which position would probably be a better fit, or
Which one makes you happy? You know, joy is the yellow brick road.
Okay, the manager one kind of scares me.
Scares you in a good way or a bad way?
I guess the unknown.
Yeah, I think that's the one you should choose.
Okay.
I mean, I really prefer you do something completely different, honestly, but I think you're good at telling people what to do. I think you're good at managing people. I think you have great energy. I think people like to be near you. Is that one going to pay more as well?
Oh, yeah.
Then that's the one I want you to go for. I think that one's perfect for you. And then, once you get some nice, beautiful leafy green things in your bank account, then consider doing other things too as well. And you don't have to just quit a job to create another one. You can just start to move into, you can slowly make a wonderful career for yourself.
Yes, what I was wondering is if I get the manager one, I'm like, I have all these kind of side hobbies and side things. I'm like, am I going to be able to juggle it all? And I'm figuring the first year would probably be rough.
Probably not, but I think I think it'll be fine. Like, yeah, you're not going to be able to do as much of the fun stuff as you like.
Like right away.
Yeah, right
and
away.
That's where my joy is.
Yeah, but I think you're really gonna like this because you really like people and people really like you, and I think that there's a part of yourself that you're gonna see that you haven't really recognized yet that's really shining. So I that's what I'm getting.
And that's what I was wondering, if this is really going to push more growth, or
Yes.
just the growth I need to.
I think it's a good
up.
one, and also don't people don't have to work as hard as they you're the type of person who gives her all when she works, like 120%. After you get through the training or whatnot, if you choose to go the manager route, cut it down to 80%. I know that doesn't sound like very good advice, but you're someone who overgives in your work. And if you want to have a balanced life, you can't give 120% and do your beautiful projects and relax. That's just not realistic.
Yeah.
So, you can cut it back and let other people step up and do their part, right?
Right, I can.
Yes.
I will. That's kind of the game plan. But I was just kind of, it was a big step. So.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. So, fear doesn't mean go the other direction typically. Fear means come here. Come over here. Yeah. Hello. This may be scary, but it's really excitement. It's not fear. Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Also, I took your online class, your webinar, and I enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you.
And I had really good questions. I was like, hey, I need to come up with a good question.
Really good questions. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was very good questions. In fact, for some reason, I missed them. I wasn't looking at the right page, so I had to write the answers later. But yeah, I loved it, and I loved the class. That was my first one, and I'm looking forward to more in the new year.
Good. I'll be looking for it.
Thank you. Thank you for participating. I really appreciate it. And good luck with your new job.
Thank you very much.
All righty.
Yeah, thanks, Amy, for joining us from Louisiana as well. 877-825-8828 is the number for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We'll take now Melanie calling in from Federal Way, the local area here in Washington. Hi, Melanie.
Hey, how are you guys today?
We're great. How are you?
Great. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. What can I do for you?
I just had a general question. If you had any advice on my money-making abilities for the new career path I'm following.
You can take my workshop at East West Bookshop in January. It's going to be Friday night class, and then I think it's 11 to 4 or something like that on Saturday. And we're going to be talking about how to make money a spiritual experience, because it actually is spirit. And people have so many weird ideas about money. unhealthy. I'm not saying that you're in the high percentage of unhealthy, but you have fear about it. And when you look at something from a spiritual perception, then you're not supposed to be in fear, right? You're supposed to be in love and joy and gratitude. So, that's you have to like love money. And I don't mean in a weird power way that humans think that people who have money love money, because they don't really always love it that way. It's actually the way you would love the planet or another person or flowers. You know, back in the day we used to trade.
More accepting, not greedy.
Right. Yeah. It's kind of like before, but when a doctor would make a visit to someone and take care of them, they would sometimes get a pig or chickens and trade for the medical procedures. Well, it used to be like that.
I know.
Right?
I remember seeing the movie Doc Hollywood. I think that was in that.
Oh,
too.
really?
Yeah.
So cute.
With Michael J. Fox.
But that's not how it is anymore.
Nope.
It doesn't work that way. The chickens and the pigs are dollar bills and coins.
Yeah.
So, but we didn't have a problem when we were using livestock or we were helping someone put up a fence. We didn't have an issue with that. But when it comes to this green stuff, a lot of humans have issue with attracting and allowing wealth to be in their life in healthy amounts. And I think it's normal to be financially comfortable and financially sound. It also allows us to be generous and to give to others and to have more fun with it and relax more and take good care of ourselves. So that's what I want you to work on is how can you look at money from, what if it is God? What if it's the universe? What if it's creation? What if dollar bills is actually a vibration that's so high and so beautifully spiritual that of course you would want it to be in a healthy way in your life? Those are the things I want you to think about.
Okay.
All
okay.
right.
Do you feel I've progressed on my self-worth?
I think you
able
can,
to attract
I think you
higher-
have to some degree, but I think that's a lifelong experience. Falling in love with oneself is a lifelong experience. It's like brushing your teeth and taking a shower. We don't just do it, for a little while. We do it forever. So just know that self-worth. But you have improved, definitely. But you need to fall in love with money and see it as something different than the way people look at it in terms of greed or misuse. It is a natural and normal part of how we live in life. So we have to find a way to dance with it and find its beauty and allow it to be something beautiful rather than feared.
Okay.
Right? Okay?
Yeah, I can definitely do that. Thank you
Good.
so
You're
much.
welcome. Have fun.
Thanks, Melanie, for joining us. 877-825-8828, the number for the Marie Manuchehri Show. Just a few minutes left. We have a couple callers waiting. Let's try to rip through them patiently, though. Heather from Bothell, welcome to the show, Heather.
Hi, thank you.
Hi, Heather. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. What can I do for you?
I was just calling because I'm looking for a new job, and I have a good opportunity that's coming up next week, and I was wondering if you had any feelings toward it.
So what about it makes you nervous? Because as I'm drawing out your energy, there's a leak in your crown and your root chakra. So I would look at that as anxiety. So what about it makes you nervous?
Well, I haven't been in a role like that before, so it's a sales position. I think I would be good at it. I just am a little bit nervous because it's kind of like a big company and a world I haven't been in for a while. So I think that makes me nervous.
The things that you're going to sell, are they things that you believe in?
Well, yeah, it's a tech product. It's a great product.
Great.
So I do believe in it. Yeah, for sure.
I think it's a great way to get your feet wet and see how you feel. If things progress beautifully, wonderful. If not, you'll know, oh, I would prefer to do this. I would prefer to do that. I think it's a good opportunity. And I think the people who are involved with this company are very supportive of you. So I just don't, I think this is a good, positive movement. And you tend to overthink and analyze, right?
Yep.
You break things down, it's I'm literally seeing like this intricate piece of furniture that someone has to take apart to pack. And it's going to take like 2 hours, to just get all the bolts out. So it's a good position. I think it works for you. I think the people are supportive. Is it your dream job? No, it's not your dream job. But you're not, you want to go get out and make some resources and have some different experiences. So I think this is a great way to start that, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I agree.
All right. Have fun.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right. Thanks very much, Heather. And
we might get through our callers
I believe
today.
so, too.
I love it. I love it.
Melissa from Redmond. Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Benny. Hi, Marie.
Hi. How are you?
I'm great. How are you today?
We are lovely. Thank you. What can I do for you?
So I've been transitioning this year. I'm trying to be very thoughtful about it in a lot of different areas, but really as it pertains to career and kind of life purpose, I've been asking for insight and intuition to come to me around who should I be serving? What kind of people should I be looking to kind of support and work with in the work that I do? And I want.
What kind of work are you
go
doing?
ahead. Sorry.
What kind of work are you doing right now?
I'm a coach, and I
nice.
do and I teach yoga.
Yeah,
I
nice.
do one-on-one work as well as group work, and
Love
then I
it.
do write as well.
Love
so
it.
all in kind of that healing, self-improvement arena. And I've been dabbling in all of those areas and kind of using this year as an experimental lab, trying different things and trying to really pay attention to how it feels
Right.
as I'm doing that work. But I find myself kind of going back to what I've done before, if that makes sense. And I feel like there's something, a little tweak or pivot, and I'm just not clear on what that is. And I thought maybe you'd have some insight into blocks or what I could do to get more clarity.
Well, first of all, you're receiving energy through all your chakras, which is not something I get to see every day. So you're on the right.
Hard.
Yeah, it's lovely. You're on the right path. You're doing the right things. You know, things are definitely moving forward. You are really hard on yourself. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe. I mean, yes, historically, I have high standards, but I feel like I've come a long way at being kinder and gentler.
Yeah, I want you to be more loving. Your self-worth absolutely needs to increase. And here's the most important thing. I don't want you to look at it for who should I serve. I want you to look at it, what brings me joy? Because we are in the greatest form of service when we determine what brings us the most amount of joy. Like, I'm one of those weird people. I like it when people are sick. I mean, not that I wish illness on anyone, but anyone who's sick who comes to see me, I actually get excited like 98% of the time. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting, you know, and I don't know why it brings me joy. It just does.
You like to help.
I do. But, you know, in my mind, I'm not even thinking about helping. I know that sounds weird, but
It's a natural thing.
It's just something that, like, anytime I walk in a hospital and I see sick people laying in bed, I get excited. Yeah. It's just, and I know that's very weird, but it also means that I can be of service at that time because I don't have a lot of resistance. I don't shut down. I'm not scared. I feel creative and happy. And so that's how I get to be of service, because I'm in a good space when I look at people or I hear that they have really strong disease processes going on. There's something within me that gets ignited. So I want you to look at it from that place, not how can you serve? Where is my joy? Where is it? And it's usually surprising when people get into a place of joy. It's a very, 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 very surprising experience. I would have never thought that I would even work in a hospital. My family is uber holistic. Like, my mother is 81, works full time, and doesn't even take anything prescription. So, right? My family's hardcore holistic. So, but when I walked into the hospital for the very first time as an adult pregnant, I had this amazing, joyful experience. And that's what led me down the path to the work I do today. So when you follow joy, it just brings more joy and more joy. It's literally creates a yellow brick road for yourself. So you have a feeling of joy, you take a step in that direction, and a brick shows up for you. And then you have another feeling of joy and another brick. It's metaphorically, but it's energetic, but it's occurring for you. That's your path. That's your direction. So you need to be more focused on your joy and not how you can be of service. Take that out of you will be of service in ways you never imagined, and will benefit people you never even thought that you'd be able to in profound ways, but only because you followed your joy.
Okay. That's
okay.
Fabulous advice.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yay. I'm so glad it was helpful. I'm excited for you because you've already, figured out a few things that bring you happiness. And now you just have to really focus on the one that's
the one. I know sometimes there's too many good choices, and then I get a little mired down.
I think that's also resistance. Right. I think that's also resistance because you can do a ton of. I do radio. I write. I also talk to dead people, and I help people who are sick and people who are well. So it doesn't have to be just one thing. But don't let yourself. That's resistance when you're going. Oh, but what about that thing? Just really stay in the moment. Just stay in the bathing of joy. Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
I'll do it. Thank
All right.
You.
Thanks, Melissa, so much. Yes.
Yes, and thank you, everyone, for listening to the show. And yes, we're going to focus on what Benny said about who voted and all the beautiful women who are now in Congress.
I just want to say thanks for voting.
Yeah. Thank
That
you
was
for voting.
big for us.
Even though some of you, hopefully nobody who listens to voted for some weirdos.
I know.
Maybe next time we'll do better.
Yeah.
Joyful blessings, everyone. Bye-bye.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host.